Hi, and welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday video. The flower essence that came up today is the flower essence of pine, and it came up under the word of shame. The word shame. Shame has such a heavy feeling to it, and that's because shame, if we have shame, then we are in a heavy space. We are feeling that heavy energy. And I thought of, when I was thinking about this one, I thought of what Brene Brown says. Shame is I am bad. So it comes from that energy of I am fundamentally flawed in some way. So a lot of shame can be tied to our cultural programming or religious programming around sin and around being bad and our core essence being bad, which is so far from the truth. But nonetheless, shame, when we feel it, is beyond, especially when we're talking about pine, which is all about self-acceptance and self-forgiveness. Pine talks about someone who needs pine is someone who makes a mistake and doesn't just say, oh, I made a mistake, or oh, I made a bad choice. It's I am bad. They take it way to a deeper level than just, oh, well, it was a mistake. It's like, I am bad. I am deserve to be punished. I am, yeah, shame. That shame feeling, which I'm sure we can all resonate with at some point. So pine came up, and pine is, like I said, all about self-acceptance, self-forgiveness. It's about releasing those, helping to release those patterns and those beliefs that keep us in that feeling of we are fundamentally flawed or we deserve to be punished in some way. And it helps us to be forgiving to ourselves and to others, because if we are holding this for ourselves, then we also have really high expectations for others, and we blame and shame them as well, because of course that's a reflection of what's going on inside of us. And today I was really drawn to the animal cards, and what came up is Dolphin Spirit, which at the bottom it says this and that are true. And so when I read that, I found it really interesting. It totally fits. So what this is saying, you know how dolphins dive in and out of the water? It's kind of talking about that. And when we're doing shadow work, we sometimes can get stuck in the this is bad, this is hard, this is not good. But there's always a silver lining. There's this and that. So it is hard. It is not fun at times. But there's always a silver lining. And I see that with shame. When we have shame, there's that part of us that's saying we're fundamentally flawed. But the other side of that, if we are noticing it, the silver lining is that we're noticing it. So there's a part of us, some part of us that is accepting, some part of us that knows that that's not true. And so that's what I see, the this or that. So we can both have this part where we feel shame, or we feel, not forgiving of ourselves, not accepting of ourselves. But to be aware of that says that there is the silver lining, or the other side of that is that you're aware of that. So there's a part of you that knows that that is not truth, that knows that that is, that you are fundamentally good and that you are worthy. And so I see the two being a beautiful reminder that we don't need to stay in our shame blame game with ourselves. We don't need to get locked into that. That other side of us is that hope side, that I know that I'm a good person. I know that I deserve better. And that is what kind of keeps us going through those dark times when we are feeling the shame. And so I think with the dolphin spirit, as it bounces on, the dolphin spirit, and with pine, it's really calling you to question yourself, to go into those shame stories, see what the treasures are, see what the little jewels that you can grab from it are, and then let go of the rest. Let go of that programming, let go of those beliefs, let go of that, those perceptions that keep you locked into that. We just had a full moon this morning, but it's still in effect. So that use that energy of the full moon to release that. Use the energy of the full moon to help you release all of the patterns and perceptions and beliefs that keep you locked into that, that belief that you're fundamentally flawed and that you are a bad person in some way. And tune more into that beautiful energy that doesn't like that feeling of shame, that knows that you are a good person. So I hope that makes sense. It does in my head, and I tried to explain it as best as I could. Um, but if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. You are more than welcome to email me or DM me on any of my social media. Or you can always check out my website and send me an email or a contact request there, and we can have a chat about either what came up. As always, you can bring Pine in. So, again, if you're someone who has a lot of self blame, has a lot of self hatred, I'm going to call it as it is, has a lot of shame stories, and you want to release those, then you can ask Pine to come in and assist you with releasing that. And again, you can DM me and I can tell you exactly how to do that. Um, or if maybe it's not resonating with you, but you know somebody it is, then please feel free to share this because we all have our own version of some shaming, self shaming. And I think now is just such a beautiful, beautiful time to release that. We don't need to take that with us. We don't need to carry that heavy weight of it. We can be self forgiving. And when we are, then we open up to so many beautiful gifts that we have to offer. And we can do it from that open, free space. So I wish you all well. And also, if you would like a card reading, I have multiple decks, and this is something new for me, so I'm trying and playing with that. You can also book that, and again, through my social media or through email or messaging me. So I wish you all well. I hope you are feeling okay after the full moon. I know it was intense. And like I said, use that energy for your benefit and release some of those things because you'll feel a lot lighter and a lot nicer. And you can move forward with that lightness and that, yeah, that beautiful energy. So, wish you all well. Take care. Talk to you soon.